Hi, welcome to Rick Snider's Washington. Brought to you by the letters A, B, and hold on, I'm getting some late news. C. We now have C that's come in. A, B, and C. And if you'd like to sponsor this, hey, I can kick those guys to the curb. They're only letters, not even vowels. Well, one of them is. Anyway, QB ratings. We might as well talk about the NFL draft because we're going to talk about it every day, probably until April on there. So, what does Washington going to go for as a quarterback? I'll just say this, top of the draft, I think change maybe. Trevor Lawrence now disclosed that he has to have surgery on a non-throwing shoulder, and it's going to take maybe 6 months, and that would last into camp. I don't know, man. That's a real one to sit there and hold your breath about with the first overall pick. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but I don't know. It could change the board a little bit. Justin Fields probably the next guy up. Then Zach Wilson for BYU. I don't think Washington goes for any of those, and I don't know if Washington goes for a quarterback. Tell me if they've signed a free agent before the draft or not. That's the key. Who do they have on the roster come late April? But if they are looking, Trey Lance from North Dakota State, people like him. We only got to play a game last year. I don't know. Mac Jones, Alabama, there's a guy you can think about. And Kyle Thrash from Florida. The problem is they're not going to be an NFL combine. There's only going to be workout days at the schools. It's going to be a really hard one for the teams to judge people on. They're going to have to look at tape a lot. There's not as much tape as usual. So, I don't know. I think Washington has a shot at taking a quarterback because we all know the owner loves to come off a yacht, basically get that. He did Patrick Ramsey. The team wanted to take a guard, and he said, I'm not taking a guard. I'm taking a quarterback. They took Ramsey. Spurrier said to him, you can take him, but I ain't playing him, and he pretty much didn't. So you never know what the fight's going to be like in the draft room on these things. Hey, the cherry blossoms, believe it or not that far away. So think about your plans to go see them before they lock us down again. It's time to go already. I'm Rick Snider. Thanks for your 2 minutes. I'll see you again tomorrow.